She want me to take the Trojan off and sign it, but I'm not Bronny James. Inside it and sign it. She want me to take the Trojan off inside it, but I'm not Bronny James.
What are you trying to? Why are you trying to break it into like multiple meanings? Like it's one clear meaning.
She want me to take the Trojan off and sign it. She want me to take the Trojan off and sign it, but I'm not Bronny James. She want me to sign the Trojan. She want me to take the Trojan off inside it.
No,
inside the pussy.
No,
but
no.
I'm not Bronny James.
No.
It's both, bro. Listen to how he said it, bro.
No.
She want me to take the Trojan off inside it, but I'm not Bronny James. You don't get it? Y'all think that's a reach?
You can't even take off a condom inside of some box, bro. Come on, bro. That's not even a thing. Why would like? I'm sorry, niggas can't. I'm not letting niggas get that metaphor off. Like that, niggas think he's Dr. Seuss, bro.
Bold takes from the beef 1 year later. You got to come up with one bold take, one bold opinion, one bold statement, one proclamation from the beef. What would it be? I'll go with mine first while you guys ponder. I'll say this beef, my bold take would be a saved hip-hop. I think rap as a whole, it's been having the whole superstar issue. It's been highly reported. We've talked about it on the pod the year before, so 2023. We talked about how rap was losing its market share, and everybody was like, there's no rap number one for like the first 6 months of the year. Rap was kind of starting to fade a bit. The current big three, I think they were all kind of starting to fade into irrelevancy. It's just like being older. Like Drake's albums, he was dropping yearly, but they weren't like going crazy like your typical Drake's albums. They were just kind of doing numbers and kind of out the way. They weren't like Drake in his prime. Kendrick had faded away to do whatever Kendrick does. Cole was just on a I rap better than everyone tip, not really doing anything project-wise. I think rap as a whole was just kind of fading. We did the whole rap life raps, like no superstars. And then this beef like brought the superstars back to the forefront. It was kind of like when the WWE brings out The Rock and Stone Cold and makes them like gear up for WrestleMania. It's like, oh shit, wrestling's lit again. Yeah, that's pretty much what this beef was, of like whoever your Vince McMahon is for rap, I guess Lucian, being like Drake and Kendrick serve as The Rock, Stone Cold, save this shit for a few months. And it did, like all eyes. We just said this was the biggest rap moment of our lives. So biggest rap moment of the last quarter century happened within like a 4-week span. I think it kind of brought rap back to the forefront.
Okay, I like that. Mine's a little bit of a cop-out. Not cop-out, but similar. I think there were some negative effects, I'm sure. But I think it did more. I think it did had a net positive impact on hip-hop media. I feel like it gave an opportunity for I know even just our podcast, I had people hit me up saying that they're listening to every episode for nothing other than the Drake and Kendrick update, just so that they still feel like they're in the loop. And obviously you saw the good, bad, and the ugly, from all the platforms. You saw the good platforms, UNHEARD podcast. I'm sure there's some others. I wasn't really tuning into those. That really gave you a solid breakdown of the beef, kind of an impartial, thing. And then obviously you had the Rory and Malls, which were providing just pure entertainment, just Maul, just clearly on the side of Drake. It really tested all the limits of media, and seeing what the quote unquote new media is. It's you guys are new media, but you also won't say anything bad about Drake. So it's okay, I see. And fans were also able to kind of get that in live time and see that, oh, this podcast isn't actually a informational. These niggas really just dick ride Drake. And I'm glad that a lot of those kind of out fans, I feel just got more of an understanding of how the media landscape is and the different roles that different platforms play. Where it's okay, this platform likes Kendrick more, this platform likes Drake more. I think it was just a cool
Fox News versus CNN.
Yeah, it was you might think those two are the same when there's not a lot of unrest in the country because they're kind of reporting on the same stories. But nigga, let there be a civil war or a Trump election, and it's yeah, they're gonna be reporting the same story two completely different ways. So I think it was really cool that we just kind of got that rush of media and the live updates and all that stuff. I don't know what the take would be. I'm sorry, but I don't know.
That was it.
Like I said, revitalized rap media for about a month, 2 months. Because it was kind of dying. Niggas weren't checking complex articles, and all of a sudden it was like, let me actually read the timeline.
I feel like if I was the editor of the Take, I would make the headline be like, what's that word? It advanced hip hop media literacy by like a decade or some shit.
Go.
I would do something like that.
There you go.
It definitely did. Like, you could just see the academics of like who before he was like, I'm impartial to everyone if it's hard, and then he was like, okay, no, you're not impartial. You could see certain people, like you could see the biases come out, and you had niggas being like, I'm not a journalist, I'm an entertainer. Like you saw all of that, and I think everybody got really hip to like what goes on, how relationship driven media is.
There you go. Thank you, Editor Taj.
Chance, what's your one bold take 1 year later?
My one bold take is that probably what's his face? The best song in the beef is probably Job. What that one is?
Family Matters.
Yeah. Like the most entertaining song that like I would actually re-listen to. I say Not Like Us is like, I like Not Like Us. Like I never listen to Not Like Us like on my own accord. Like I'll never. I'm not hating on it, but like
you would rather listen to Family Matters on your own accord.
I never played in my car. I never played in my car like at home. But that last verse on Family Matters is that Kendrick just opened his mouth. That little beat on there, yeah, that one. That's tough. I like that verse.
Nah, he snapped. Right. He did snap with Family Matters. I think it would be looked at differently if like it's like Draymond Green's it's like Draymond Green's Game 7 performance in 2016. It would be known as one of the greatest performances of all time if like LeBron didn't just suppress it. That's kind of felt like Family Matters. It was like, wow, like we didn't even have time to process this, and by the time we processed it the next day, it was like, nigga, this is all invalid. Like you just got cooked. So commendable for Drake.
That goes into my next question.
Matters fell apart when bro dropped 20 minutes later. Like people just in disbelief, bro. Like I remember that was like probably my most vivid memory from the beef. It was just like Family Matters, just like oh shit. Because we was waiting on Drake to respond. Drake responded. He like, you got this not long ass song. Just like okay, like you know, we thought he was gonna pull his signature. Like that was Drake's signature knockout. Like once he dropped that like anthem on you, like that joint where he expected. Yeah, with the music video, like. He just knew that was like that knockout punch, like if he was slap boxing, you know when like a nigga slap somebody hard as fuck and like nigga look away and you like, oh he got him, and man, bro just flash back. it's just like fuck,
nigga won't die.
Bro was unscathed. Bro looked back unscathed and then just buried that nigga Drake. And that was really the moment of beef. I just like, yeah, I knew it was over. Like at that point, it almost didn't matter what Kendrick dropped. It's just the fact that Kendrick nullified that shit. And then it just like, it sounded like he knew. That was a big old thing. Like Meet the Grams. It was like, oh, Family Matters, Meet the Grams. Like
it was the intelligence.
This nigga got the inside scoop. Yeah. He's got a mole. Like I'm just like, yeah. He
cheating. Said he had a mole on 616 in LA. He's like, I have a mole on you. OVO was working for me.
Oh yeah.
Drake didn't believe him though.
Nah, that shit was. That's what he got him. But yeah, that's my hot take, man. I think Family Matters best song to come out the beef.
Okay. My next question. 1 year later, what's the one thing from the beef that you felt was just uncovered? You were like, why is nobody? What about this part of it? Like, why is nobody talking about this? It can be anything that you were just like, somebody please. What's that one thing?
I think how fast they got, because I guess the fact that they never talked about it is just like, Kendrick had some pretty serious allegations. I mean, I guess it just ended up being like complete lies.
That is funny. I didn't even think about that one thing.
It's like, brother, like this man had domestic abuse. Apparently his son wasn't his. And I guess now people have just deduced it to like, these are just shit Drake was throwing out there. Like this was either bad information or he was just, you know, trying to get something to stick. Nobody ever really talked about, like, acknowledged them Kendrick allegations, and it was pretty serious.
They did the kill where like she was at like the pop out Whitney, and they were like, oh, Whitney's at the pop out, like Drake was lying, like they're close. I'm like, I've seen enough plays in this industry to know that niggas really might have just been covering it up. But hey, you know, nothing's proven. Just like Drake's not a pedophile, you know, just lies on both sides. It's okay. But Kendrick lives were better, and I don't know. over a better beat, better moment. Sorry, you lose, Drake.
What's your one thing, Vance?
This might sound like some real hate. I feel like niggas still didn't kill J. Cole enough. That was the only thing left. Nah, it didn't get covered enough. It wasn't uncovered. It wasn't hidden. Niggas definitely let J. Cole have it, but
Wasn't enough hate.
it wasn't enough hate. I don't think it was enough, bro. It was despicable. What he did was despicable. And if not despicable, it was pure ignorance from a legend. And you can't get caught lacking like that. I'm sorry. He got finagled and finessed and played with. And then he had to deal with it. And then he had his own concert and retired at his own concert, nigga. What? That's like Gervonta Davis fighting like, I don't know, like Devin Haney or any of these dudes, you know, some big fight. And bro retires at the Baltimore press conference. Like, yeah, actually, I'm not going to fight this fight. I'm actually never going to fight again. I quit boxing. Hometown press conference. Come on, bro. J. Cole, Donkey of the Year. Like the what do they do? Donkey of the Day?
Charlemagne.
Yeah, nah, I had to turn into a whole year. And was that last year? Yeah, last year. We're 4 months into the year, so it's a little late for awards, but I got to remind people, man. J. Cole, despicable nigga of the year. Sorry, Tosh.
Right. My one. Yeah, it's okay. The year's behind us now. It's over. My one thing was always I feel like nobody really touched on the Baby Keem fuel to this beef. I think Baby Keem was the real like reignition of the beef. Everybody always like traces it back to Control, and like Control it started there. But I think the beef was kind of over until Baby Keem was supposed to be on that. What's that Drake? What's Next? And I remember I remember being like a big Keem fan at the time, being excited for it. And Drake was like co-signing Keem heavy. This was before Kendrick even came out and like confirmed he was a cousin. Keem was supposed to be on What's Next. Then Drake dropped What's Next, took Keem off. And then next thing you hear is Family Ties. Family Ties is the whole smoking on your top 5. And then Baby Keem having like number 2 DMing my bitch. That's cool. I don't ask why. I thought that was like a big moment that everybody just kind of skated past. I think that's kind of what led to Kendrick not wanting to be on First Person Shooter. The fact that Drake dubbed his cousin. And then First Person Shooter obviously had the subs to Kendrick, which didn't spark like that. So I think everybody just ignores that one little linchpin, that one detail that happened in 2020, 2021. But yeah, I wish that got talked about more.
That's a good point. Nobody ever talked like linked Family Ties to back to Drake. I guess a little bit like smoking on top 5, right? Wasn't that like a thing in that song?
Yeah. In push-ups with the academics reaction of like, what's top 5 you smoking on? But it was like, nobody talks about how like everybody talks about how Drake offered Kendrick to be on First Person Shooter. Kendrick said no. But they don't talk about why Kendrick said no. Everybody just assumes Kendrick said no. Like, kind of fucked over my cousin.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Kendrick was like, I don't want Keem to be on there.
Nah, Keem was supposed to be on there. I think if Keem ends up on What's Next, like this beef never really happened. I think that's
he would be like the treaty.
Yeah, exactly. He would have been like the peace treaty. Like, all right, you really showed my cousin love early in his career. Like, respect. Like, we're cool.
Drake got a history of taking niggas off songs. Trippie Redd was supposed to be on God's Plan. I mean,
I think Trippie Redd didn't send in his verse in time.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
I think Trippie Redd leaked it.
Yeah, that leaked it. That is it. It leaked like through him. So I think that nigga, and I think like, I don't know if the leak was playing Trippie Redd's part. So when everybody heard it, and it had so much buzz, and he was like, "Hey, brother, sorry, but nobody even knows you're on this song yet for real because they haven't heard you. So I have to boot you, brother." Ended up being the biggest song of his career.
All right, last one. You can get it unheard. My last question. You're explaining the beef to somebody who, your mom, your dad, somebody who's unaware of what's going on, what happened. How you explaining the beef quick. You're too long, didn't read. Here's the beef. Here's what happened. Here's how it ended.
Drake flew too close to the sun, thinking he was the ultimate champion. Met a nigga who came out of retirement. Nigga who came out of retirement got him in his same basic old reliable trap. New champion flew too close to the sun and fell for it. Entrapped. That's all. Nigga was in a bear trap.
Yeah. Drake was like the flashy boxer who was, you know, he talking too much shit on the media. He's partying hard, living like a rock star, and then like The old nigga from the neighborhood who like no kung fu, like who really living like that, who really like street fighting and shit. Like he awoke a giant, and like Johnny Vance said, flew too close to the sun, and that nigga whipped his ass, street style, no rules, just good old fashioned ass whooping in the streets.
Kendrick being the old nigga from
exposed,
the hood
bro.
that knows kung fu is hilarious.
I've never met a nigga that knows kung fu.
Nah, I know a ton of niggas in Baltimore. It's a huge thing. Old Baltimore niggas, bro. Them niggas are highly trained in
Like
martial
Kendrick
arts.
is the nigga doing calisthenics, like you know what I'm saying, like just real, it's real ethical.
He was doing those old head push-ups,
No gimmicks,
and those pull-ups that day at the that
prison
was
strong.
right,
You heard me?
right. What's your
Yeah,
one
I guess
sentence?
that would be my description too. I actually did have to explain this to my mom when Kendrick was doing the Super Bowl. She was like, "Everybody's outraged. Why are they outraged about this Kendrick guy?" And I was like, "Well, there's Drake. She didn't know. My mom only listens to like Christian music. It was like the Drake. He was like the biggest artist in the world for like the last 10 years. And kind of towards the last few years, he's been talking crazy. And when talking crazy, a bunch of people started not liking him. Kendrick was one of them. But Kendrick's like one of the two guys who can actually say something back to him.
Who was the other guy?
J. Cole could have said something back to him. They were their peers.
I just sneak that in.
Y'all acting like they weren't
sneak that in
peers
there,
is
bro.
crazy,
That's the
but
last
whatever.
That's the last nigga I thought he was about to say, bro.
I knew
This
that's what he
is
was
a
going to
fact.
say, but I'm just like, it can't be, son. No, fuck no.
But yeah, it's just one of the two guys who could actually say something back to him. He was friends with the other guy.
He go say it again. No,
This is facts. Nigga, first person shooter is a song for a reason.
J. Cole is just like, nah. A J. Cole Drake beef would be unserious. I'm sorry.
I mean, this beef was unserious, so
This is true.
Nah,
nigga got swept.
there were questions like
Drake basically got an A for
Kendrick
effort.
was not a heavy favorite. It was like, you know, it was a pretty even money line at the beginning. And I think
Yeah, he
ultimately,
got
like,
swept.
you know,
Well, it's because Kendrick dropped nothing.
Unserious.
Kendrick had nothing out. Drake had like 3 songs. Of course it was lopsided. Then when the nigga decided to drop, Drake was like in basketball. They never took the lead again. Lost the lead. 25-0 run over the last 10 minutes. That was Kendrick.
tried to get that Cole.
I'm not letting y'all rewrite history as if this was not the big three for a decade. Like,
Bro,
I don't care what y'all say.
A decade ago was the big three, brother. In 2024, 2025, nobody
Bro,
was
I
What
thinking
year,
didn't
about
know.
what
J.
year the
Cole.
first person? What year the first person shooter come out?
2022, nobody was thinking about J.
It was
Cole.
2023. And what did Drake
2020?
say? What did Drake say on first person shooter? This I'm not
do you
like I'm
think?
quoting your artist. I'm not making
What
this
you
shit
say,
up,
bro?
He said it's who the two goats. It's me and Cole. Like you the goat. It's me and Cole. He didn't even mention Kendrick on that song, which is a shot, but
It was supposed to be third person shooter.
with all three of them, which is my point. This is my exact point. They were three peers. But yeah, that was it. And then Kendrick came in. Kendrick called him a pedophile. Drake called him a woman abuser. The pedophile one stuck more. Kendrick won. That was pretty much how I explained it to my mom.
Like, just when you explain it like that, like, why did Drake think he had any chance of, like, convincing everybody that Kendrick's an abuser versus, like, nigga, you be with young women?
His shit, those allegations didn't get a chance to marinate because they got silenced in 20 minutes.
But my point is, like, Drake's allegations didn't need to marinate because they all were, like, past allegations. Like, Kendrick had to
Niggas
say
were
was,
begging
like,
Kendrick to, yeah.
like, once Kendrick hit that pedo button.
Yeah, I also
and was
think
like,
Drake was on the limelight and he's just shameless with, you know, how he goes about things. So it was easy to connect the dots. With Kendrick, like Kendrick's so recluse and just out the way and out the mix, just like even if you want to see he's a woman abuser, a woman beater,
had to
it's
really
like, you don't
expose
see
him.
You don't even see images of this nigga with women. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there's nothing to corroborate this.
he has alibis all the time. Like, this nigga couldn't have hit a woman.
Like you could easily corroborate all the Drake, like, you know, allegations
Yeah, I think
with
if Drake
multiple
kept it
forms of
funny-
evidence.
If he kept it funny like push-ups, this might have been a different race. Should have kept it funny. He got too serious. All right, that's it. 1 year.
1 year in the books.
Who wants to go first with UNHEARD?
I'm gonna play an unheard song, not an unheard artist, man.
Isn't that what the whole segment?
Play Backdoor by Rylo Rodriguez, man. Leak.
Williams. Might be a
Yeah,
Caleb Williams,
man.
Jayden Daniels type situation going on right now. Are you aware of the latest singles from Mariah the Scientist and Summer Walker?
Of course I am, man. Mariah, as much as I love her, that single is not touching that latest summer single, man. Can we play snippets for the people real quick?
All right, here's the
Let me
Mariah.
play-
I got that blue fever, cold as ice till you came near. You're like another fire-breathing creature, but it don't burn how it appears.
This is residuals coded, man.
What does that mean? Expound.
Like residuals, Chris Brown. Like, brother, tell me this don't have like just that same feel,
It's
same
just the
melody,
same. It's just the same
progression.
drums.
It might really, yeah.
Just the drums,
The
just
drums,
the
well, the
flow.
drums dictate the feel of the song,
Right.
Yeah, this shit feels like just this is residuals.
I mean, it's like residual. I mean, residuals was a hit. That's the point.
You said what?
Residuals was a hit. That's the point. Like, she got the number 2 song
That's
right
what I'm
now
saying,
for a
like-
reason. But residuals wasn't the first type of song to come out this way.
I'm not saying is residuals is the original, but it's just like, yeah, this is residuals coded. But I heard this song before. It's definitely good. But let's put on that summer, man. What the hell y'all talking about? What the name of the summer single, bro? Spin it.
Spend it.
Let's spin it on.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I don't know why
I'm
you're
not
doing
good
this
with
to
the
yourself.
names, y'all.
I don't know why you're doing this to yourself. You're setting yourself up.
Spin it on me, I love when you spin it on me. Do it to me, let me up in Givenchy. Before my love couldn't be bought, but now that's all I want.
Nah.
Nah,
That ain't it.
You know, y'all crazy. I'll
You're
say
forcing
this.
it. You're forcing it.
I'll say this. Stop sharing. I'll say this. Man, we not worried at all. Summer drop, one of the better R&B tracks from last year, and Heart of a Woman. I think this is a good
2025.
second single. I think it's a good second single. You know what I mean? Nothing too crazy, very simple, but I like the vibe. I like the flavor. I like the production on the back, man. Very simple, very mellow. Summer sounds great. Is it the most complex long lyrically? No, like it's 2.5 minutes. Sound like it could be a interlude. Maybe it don't even make the album. Who knows? But I'm excited. Or hopefully there's more to come. But yeah, this doesn't frighten me at all. And Mariah, I love her too, man. This Burning Blue sounds pretty good. Sounds like residuals. So I guess it's easy to see why people like that song. I love residuals. So good stuff, Mariah. I'm not gonna let y'all try to pit these two artists against one another. I will not, I will not fall susceptible to the agenda.
I have no agenda. I like Summer Walker more than Mariah the Scientist. I just see a lot of people gravitating towards the Burning Blue, like it's about to be a real moment. It's currently ties the highest charting 2025 song by a female artist on Apple Music.
Damn, I didn't know it was doing like that, man.
Yeah, a lot of people are posting and sharing it like it's about to be an anthem. It's good. It sounds like like the girl at prom, like her date didn't show up and she's like sitting on the bleachers sad. And then you hear the DJ and he's like, special request, one more song. And then the lights flash to the guy and he's walking over and he asks her to dance. That's what I hear when I hear Burning Blue. It's just like the end of a movie. Everything's right. You've been through some hard stuff.
It's real pain. Soft cry.
But
Mature pain.
yeah. Yeah.
So you think
It's
this
really
has
good.
anything to do?
I
'Cause
mean-
I'm just trying to see. I think the song's good. Her best song ever. Like I think, yeah, it'll probably be her most popular song from what it sounds like. But hell no,
I didn't
not
say
her
best song ever.
Oh, what Vance
No, I
was
meant
saying.
like
So that's why I was
commercial. I
like
meant
confused.
commercially.
I guess what does this mean? Do you think this has anything to do with kind of the publicity, everything surrounding Thug, and how she was kind of holding him down? Like, where's all this coming from? Where's this newfound?
She's just an anthem. And LMA is like with Tatum. She done dropping music. So I think she just really absorbed the LMA fans. And it's like that, like, lover girl music. It's like that void.
The facts.
And there used to be like,
There's always a lane for the huge lover girl.
right. There used to be a couple people in the lane. I think the lane is kind of just dried out now and just kind of just.
Well, yeah, certain people, yeah, they wells are drying up. Ari Lennox, we talked about her last week.
Yep.
She's down there. Her last few drops, she needs rain badly. LMA, like, she don't even need a well. Like, she found the ocean and she can just swim there, free.
Like I feel like I see
But
people
no,
like
Mariah, I think so.
I feel like I damn near see people sometimes like treating Mariah the Scientist as like their guilty pleasure. It's almost like they don't like some people don't damn near don't even
People
want
been
to
hating on her. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Nah, I'm saying more
Like
so
when
from the
I've been
sense that
talking about her
like,
for a few years now.
nah, I'm saying just more so on this. I mean, it was because her performances were absolute bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
but
I've seen her live. Not the greatest.
I think the tide has
It's
turned
over.
after the Thug one, like all those leaks from like her visiting him in prison, and then, like
That's what I'm saying.
those snippets, like you really see like she's really a lover girl for real. That part,
That's what I'm saying.
and then the fact that she did a tour with Lotto. Well, she started a tour with Lotto, and it was like those few. I saw her live. It was like, okay, you're actually good at performing now. Like when more like screaming her lyrics, it was crazy. So
And y'all know how this shit
I think it's
goes.
a combination.
She like the hood Cinderella, bro. Like, you know,
All right.
hood nigga. You know what I'm saying? Her hood nigga went to jail. She's holding him down. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got her heart. Now he's out. She's flourishing, burning blue.
I think it's also just a
Whatever the hell
classic
that
underdog story. Like she never really had any crazy like stimulus package that like was fully catered around like advancing her music career, if that makes sense. You know, she was tied to Yachty, she was tied to Doug, but it wasn't like those were, I'll say, like direct cosigns. We can call them maybe like indirect cosigns, indirect stimuluses, but she never really had like that full stimulus, it seems like, outside of being from Atlanta. And you know how this goes. Like anytime an artist gets hated on, like there's just more fans that are going to become fans of that artist because they feel like they're in like a cult or like a subculture. So I think at this point, it's like Mariah the Scientist fans. It's like she's damn near got like a little army, which seems like it's essential to like being a female artist in 2025. Like if your fan club isn't damn near like a little mini army, like you're probably not going too far. But I think she's radicalized her fans. Like Taj said, since the Thug shit, they're like, oh nah, she's holding Thug down. Like we're holding Mariah down. You know, we'll die, won't go fuck. Salute. And I think they see that their army is growing. I think they see, like, we talk about it all the time on here. It's a fan's favorite time to be a fan. It's like when they are like early, but they can see other people getting hip, and like they can put their homies on and see that like their favorite artist is starting to get more notoriety. Like she's just got motion. It's her moment right now. So I hope she rises into the sunset. Shit.
According to Thug's GQ interview, there's a song. I guess the GQ interviewer, he heard the album already, and he said there's a song on there where it's like Thug and Mariah just being very vulnerable back and forth. So
on the project,
if that's really the case, I can see that being like trying to think what's even an example of that, like the Ja Rule, Ashanti types, like something like that, like a real anthem of like he was my king and I was his queen type music. Like if what the interviewer said is true, I can see that going crazy, especially off the backs of this. If this is going crazy like this,
I'm scarred after that Kendrick. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, bitch.
I had
Fuck you, nigga.
completely opposite end of the coin.
So I was like, wait. What was that song called? Like We Still Together?
Yeah, something like that.
We Still Together interlude or some bullshit.
We Cry Together.
We Cry Together. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I thought it was going to be some heartwarming shit. I heard that bullshit with that Griselda West Side Gun production in the background playing over the argument. I never want to hear one of those songs again, but you know, like you said, maybe it'll be Nelly and Ashanti, not Kendrick and whoever that was. Did she have a release date on her project? Or not like soon?
No. I don't think, let's check her social media. I don't think she said anything though. Yeah, she didn't say
What would
anything.
I be without my baby? Without you, Jack Crazy. You know I'm tired of being lonely. So baby girl, put it on me, baby. What would I be without? What would I be without you? When are you singing this true?
You go to karaoke and do both parts.
I'm tired of being lonely. Already.
You never went to karaoke.
Yeah.
And did
And then any words for
Don
Summer
Toliver
Walker,
Cheese-
bro?
Oh.
Any words for Summer, bro? Like,
I thought it was a
I was
disappointing
talking
single,
about.
to be honest. That's why I say I don't think you should have played it. I don't know. This is very, very shallow. It's a very shallow single. I get it, I guess. It's like, yeah, no. I can't get behind it in any capacity. It was like a cool structure. Like her performance was good, but just the song itself, the writing, what it was about, it's like, okay,
Right,
what
it
is
wasn't
this?
good. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like, I hope this don't make it. But listen, I think the melodies, that production, that little piano at the beginning, that seemed like her signature. I love her on like a little piano, bro. Like put
This is
some on the piano, like reduce drums. Like let's just keep it calm, light a candle. Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it cool. Like let Summer just that's plenty for her. Let her just riff, pain, express herself. Like that
this
is
is
when she's
Summer's
at her
moment.
best, bro.
I think. I mean, I don't like this single, but I think there was a good number one pick. Like, if Summer's going to become like one of the biggest artists in the world, it's going to happen this year. So it's a good bet to take her. Like that Chris Brown stadium tour mixed with this project. Like, if she hits both of those out the park, then she's like out of here. She's going to be on a whole another level. But we'll see. Time will tell. Speaking of time will tell, Vance, your artist, dropped a debut single. Well, not debut single, but probably the biggest single from his upcoming project, the Rylo. You hinted at it with the Double O Daredevil. How'd you feel
Bash
about
for
it?
the world, man. I just want everybody to know that we really care about curation over here at the label. We don't just put, our artists doing random collabs with other artists. We don't just have our artists find another prominent artist from the same city and make a collab R&B project because that's what fans are asking for. Like, we really curate and we set the tone to let people know, like, this is how songs are meant to be made. Now we have Daredevil, we have Bash, two prominent underground artists in kind of that Texas scene. Kind of occupy different lanes, but this song kind of shows that they work really well together. I've kind of been a fan of each individually for a little while. So hearing them together was kind of cool, especially when Bash was kind of doing his more kind of like crooning, slower song stuff, not as much like cash shit, talking shit, not as much of that. And they even gave Rylo his own beat. They gave Rylo like the grand, he was like the emperor. Like, nigga had the grand entrance, had his own beat and everything. He was talking on there too. Like, I'm not even the biggest Rylo guy, and Chance, maybe you can confirm this for me, but I feel like
Rylo the truth, bro.
okay.
Didn't even let you get the prompt out. Like, confirmed immediately.
Rylo's the
Whenever
truth,
you
bro. I've
might
been
have
telling
a
niggas for a
question
long
about
time,
like
bro.
he's the truth. Nah, I just feel like every time he's on a feature,
Wait. When you say the truth, Chance, what's your length of the truth? Like, what's the truth stand for? Like, how
what do you have to be the
grand,
truth? Like,
how
what do I
high
have
do
to
you think
get?
Rylo can go? How special do you think Rylo is?
He's already special, bro. He's already just
Like, what tier of artists? What tier of artists would you say that other people probably have here, but then they don't know about Rylo? What tier would you put him in?
Like, as far as like you need Rylo's certainly he's up there with the likes of the Visas and the Luckies. Like, certainly, if in that conversation he needs to be not only in the conversation, but is he at the forefront of that conversation?
No.
Listen, Rylo's special. I think he is special, bro.
I respect it as a fan. I respect it.
He's so clever with the raps. I think his voice, his delivery, his cadence is very unique. Kind of his signature. So yeah, I love Rylo, man. He do whatever he needs to do every time he get on the track. He can express pain well, which I appreciate that. That's what made YoungBoy so special. Like, his ability to just express pain through inflections in his voice, through delivery, through performance. It's special.
I just had to get that on record. See where you ranked Rylo.
I was just curious, and maybe Chance isn't the right person to ask because there's clearly a bit of bias, but I feel like it's almost a Ty Dolla $ign curse as to like when I listen to the Rylo songs. Like, some of them are solid for sure, especially like the more popular ones I do enjoy. But when I hear him on features, it's like a whole different beast. It feels like when I hear him on features. I don't know if it's like the beat selection that people choose out for him to get on versus the beats he puts on his own project or what, but it seems like his features always just dust his individual music for me, at least. Like, the moments I found myself being like, damn, Rylo really went crazy here. It's mostly on other people's songs, which isn't like a knock or anything really. Do y'all feel the
I
same
think
way?
it's the beats for sure. It's the beats for sure. I think I'm leaning more towards what Chance is saying. He is in that Lucky V's tier. I don't have him at the top of that tier. That's kind of crazy. Lucky's the one, but Rylo is like he is firmly in that tier of artists as far as just dropping quality. I think the beats though, like on his own projects, he is from like Alabama, so like his ear for like what sounds hard is like a different sound. Like he's not gonna hop on certain beats, but he's doing the same exact thing. He's just on beats that like hit for that sub region. Whereas like when he's on the Bash or he's on like a Baby feature, now he's hopping on like the top upper echelon beats available in rap or whatever.
True.
So now it's like he can really show out. But yeah, he is the truth. I'll co-sign Chance's statement of him being the truth.
It's just ability to just chain together metaphors. Like, bro, he'll over 8 lines. He'll connect something from the first line to like the 8th line. Like, and it just like, brother, how did you come up with that, bro?
He had a couple bars on this one that were pretty special. Like, that's what I like about Rylo. It's like it's a little bit of comedy in there. Like you're gonna hear some funny shit every time. I can't remember what he said on this one, and the lyrics aren't up yet on Genius.
But overall, good single. It has you excited for the project coming out Friday, right?
Nigga, it's out. Should be out by the time you hear it. By the time you hear this project. Right. I mean, by the time you hear this podcast, Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, man, I got my margaritas out. Got my my sombrero on. I got that Bash playing, man. Viva la raza.
I didn't listen to the single, but looking at the track list, yeah, I'll say let's see what Real Slummy is currently at. Real Slummy's at 38,000 monthly listeners. I've been pushing Real Slummy on the pod since he was at like 10,000 monthly listeners. He's track 2 on the project. That tells me a lot. I mean, it's about to be something crazy. Real Slummy and Bash. Real Slummy basically produced like everything for Bash the last like 2 projects.
Interesting.
And that sound, he's like a grittier Bash, which tells me how Bash is about to come on track 2. I'm just calling it right now. That's going to be one of the ones off the project. Real Slummy is the truth. I was as well.
Okay, interesting.
All right, we got a few more upcoming. We can save it for after the Unheard. We got a lot upcoming.
All right, I'll play. Oh no, okay, go.
I was gonna say I guess I'll play some more Real Slummy before he
is out of here
and no longer Unheard.
You gotta get him before the contract's over.
But a meal going down presidential. I told that hoe that she cannot pull up in for me if she don't bring credentials. I tell that boy that nigga want smoke, I'ma pull up with lead, ain't no pencil. A nigga so devious, I'ma follow down till like 3 a.m. I'ma shoot at a nigga like deviant. Where I ball on these niggas, ESPN. I don't stand my mom, she obedient. Where I'm going, you know where the ceiling at. I can't help that I'm running the city, man. Mason my cup, I feel better now. I've been working so hard to put records out. Mason my gel on my bitch now. Drop the top out the whip and look better now. He ain't putting no effort, so send him down. Can't for weeks until I know your background. Get no luck to know how that be passed around. That's how you and that's a family. My mama, we move like a mafia. I'm trying to ice on my wrist and my cavities.
What's our last upcoming? Can we talk about my GOAT Pink Panther is? You know, there's nothing to talk about. She did the dancing video with that nigga, the Tanahashi nigga. Did you see that?
I did see that.
That nigga's hilarious, bro. Might be the funniest gay nigga right now, bro. She said that nigga don't be playing about the moves. He said he was on her ass. And then you watch the video and that nigga's really hitting that bitch crisp. That nigga's not playing around at all.
He was locked in.
He was locked in. So I can't tell if he's short or if Pink Panthers is like tall.
She's like 5'9". So like
that's tall for a
slightly
woman.
tall for a woman.
Nigga, look at me in the windows of my soul.
I respect the idea of a pop mixtape. I respect it.
I mean, that's damn near what Charlie XCX's shit was. It just happened to go crazy and like have a budget. But that project kind of felt like a mixtape too, in a way. Like the songs went through pretty quickly.
Still never listened to it.
Yeah, at this point.
That Charlotte, that Green album.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I had to force feed it because there's no real right environment to listen to it. So I think one day on the way home from work, I was like, I'm just gonna listen because there's no time when you're like, this is the perfect time to run that Charlie. Like, nah. And it's honestly not a great. It's not. I
like calm shit.
It's not a great album. Like that's my thing. If you're gonna be chaotic, like it's not. Like it's great for the gays and the girls, like in clubs and shit like that. But it's not like Pink Panthers is better in my opinion of doing like upbeat kind of clubby shit. Because it's less chaotic. And it's just better music. Like, she sings better, has a better voice. She's really just melanated Charlie XCX, to be honest. Honestly, that's my take, bro.
I'll take your word for it. I have no clue what Charlie XCX. Oh, I know what she sounds like, but I'm not that tapped in.
Like, let me find where's the hit? This is the hit. It's just like very like pop.
I have heard this.
Yeah, exactly, Chance. It's like that.
That's the type of shit you hear in Journeys.
Yeah, you hear him Build-A-Bear.
They play this shit in like Journeys or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like her calm song.
I don't hear that shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
shout out Charlie XCX, but I don't hear that shit.
Like, it's cool. I'm sure white people think that shit is. Like, I saw, that's honestly a whole different debate. But it was like these people comparing like why white people and black people view artists differently. They were saying like Tate McRae. I don't know if y'all are familiar with her, but she like had a background in like ballet dancing, and now she's like a pop artist. So when she dances, like white people are like, wow, she's like the hardest working, like she's incredible. But they were like, black women don't really think that she's like all that. And the reasoning was that like white women, they're like, GOAT is Taylor Swift, who like hasn't gotten any better since the start of her career, like technically. But they were like, Tate McRae is like showing that she's like improving at things every year, like live performance, vocals, dancing, visuals, all that shit, fan engagement. So they're like, damn, white people probably think Tate McRae is like some shit they've never seen before. Whereas they were like, black women, their GOAT is Beyonce, whose whole thing is work ethic. So they were like, how, just like black people look at Tate McRae as mid, while white people look at her as like some amazing ass pop star. I don't even know why I brought that up. Maybe it was like kind of what I was talking about Charlie, but yeah, Pink Panther is better. That's really the only point.
I'm excited for it. Probably won't be my first listen. Yeah, Thug is definitely getting first listen. UI Scuddy.
That's this week?
One of the biggest stars in the solar. Yeah. There's a lot of projects coming this week.
Man, Thug got a lot to prove, man.
What does he have to prove? What do you
Ray, I don't know if he actually has a lot to prove.
That he's not Deshaun Watson. That he didn't come back after 2 years away from the game.
First of all, stop. You can't compare Thug to Deshaun Watson because Thug was already a Hall of Famer before he went to jail.
Deshaun Watson had like a couple seasons. Deshaun Watson had like 2 good seasons.
Deshaun Watson he wasn't technically a Hall of Famer, but he was on his way.
No, he wasn't.
Deshaun Watson
but he wasn't a Hall of Famer.
No, he wasn't.
Already has a Hall of Fame career.
Deshaun Watson, bro, he was like duking it out with Pat Mahomes in the MVP race, bro. He was like the second and third best quarterback in football.
Okay, if he retires today, is he going to the Hall of Fame?
Never. He's not even getting mentioned.
Of course, it's not a direct comp.
He's never getting mentioned.
Who would you compare it to?
Who would you compare it to?
This is like Peyton Manning coming back from his neck when he like left the Colts and he signed to the Broncos. And like, does he still have more in him? This is like more like that than Deshaun Watson.
All right, fine. We could do that then.
So you're trying to, okay. I respect that then. I just can't sign off on the Deshaun Watson.
Nah, it's not Deshaun Watson. Nah, it's just.
I fear he might be washed though.
It's the last Ray Lewis season.
That's just my
y'all aren't familiar, but Ray Lewis came back that last season. We won the Super Bowl. He had that big ass arm brace on. Yeah, exactly. Niggas thought he was cooked. He had that spray. He had one arm. Operable, but he somehow got it done, and we won a chip. So that's what the UI Scuddy is. What's the pronunciation?
My brother still joke about that. Ray Lewis is UI Scuddy. Ray Lewis, this was supposed to be a season-ending injury. Bro started taking a drug nobody had ever heard before. Came back, won a Super Bowl, drug got banned immediately. Like, bro, what?
This nigga Ray Lewis.
Nobody talks about this.
He had some different shit running through his body, bro. League had to get their moments off, nigga. Content wasn't really that big yet. Instagram just dropped. Like, they had no other revenue, bro. They said, we're about to pump out 1,000 NFL films clips of Ray Lewis doing the dance this season, nigga. He needs to play. He can't do the dance from the sideline. That's Thug. Well, I don't know who's got on production. I heard some snippets. Nothing really moved me. Nothing really also worried me at the same time. So I will say, as a true fan, like objectively, I think I am just a little happy to hear like some Thug music, because I don't think it's going to be trash. Like, it's Thug. It's not like when Big Sean drops and it's like, I like Sean at a certain point, but I'm not in no mood to hear Big Sean. Like, I think I will be in a little bit of a mood to hear Young Thug, nice refreshment. Especially since Gunna's been dropping Get Ready With Me music. There's been a void in the, we lost Keed. Like, nobody's really been making that type of shit, huh? It's like the sound kind of just passed. Like, not even passed, but it's like it died with those niggas. Gunna is now Get Ready With Me. Doug went to jail, and we lost Keed.
Facts.
So,
I mean, I've been avoiding snippets. I only listened to the single with Future once, and I was watching the music video. But based off the GQ interview and the guy who heard the project and Thug talking about the project, apparently it's really vulnerable. The GQ interviewer described it as sad, but I'm rich. Like, I'm rich, and like that's not enough for me to not be sad. And Thug was like, I don't really think it has anything to do with rich. I think you just know I'm rich. So Thug kind of confirmed that it's kind of sad. So I think it's going to be, I hope it actually dives deep into like the whole jail experience and like what that was like. Like, you can't have the longest trial in Georgia history and go a project without talking about it, which is what he's done on the first 2 songs I've heard of him back off the Dumb and Dumber. And then I think it's called Money on Money. Like, both of them, he's just kind of ignored it. So we'll see. Hopefully he actually dives deep into it.
I just hope it keeps them out, man. I don't care if it has to be H&M music, man. That nigga mentioned Slat once.
Nah, he said he can make music about anything.
Oh, really? Did he address that in the thing?
Yeah, because the GQ interview was like, there's certain things you can't say, right? And he was like, no, I can still make music about anything. So
yeah, they just tweaked when they posted like the prosecutor, or like they posted somebody from the DA office and was like, they're not P. And somebody was like, oh, now, come on now, he just got out. Like, come on, he can't be posting people's faces on Twitter. But I think the team got hold of his phone. Everything's okay. Had to give Doug a burner account. It's okay. I'm excited. Like, it's Doug. But best believe if it's bullshit, like it will be getting clowned. If it's phoned in, it better not be phoned in.
I don't think it'll be phoned in. I think I have high expectations, high hopes, just off of what I've heard. Like, he's rapping with a level of clarity you've never really heard Thug rap, just as far as like being able to understand what he's saying. Like, I guess this probably comes with being sober, but just a level of clarity in his words. I'm like, okay, this alone is interesting. So we'll see if he's rusty, if he's can't bounce back. Other projects coming out, we got Kali Uchis Sincerely this Friday as well.
She loves a good album
Any
cover.
interest? Facts.
That's my interest. You don't miss with album covers. I listen to your albums. It's a very simple contract. I will say, I didn't listen to the first. What was it? Was it Sin Miedo? Was that her first, like, the Latin album where it was like in Spanish? Before this one that came out last year, right?
Last year was, I don't know how you pronounce it, like
Orquídea, or whatever that is, right? But I think the one before, she had one before that too, right?
Yeah, that was Sin Miedo.
See, I was late.
That was 2022.
Cali.
2020.
See, I wasn't there for that. I was late to Cali. Like, I was there for that. I just didn't listen. Like, I was too hooked on Isolation. And then I came back for the Red Moon and Venus, and then the one last year. So the one last year was really my intro to like really tapping into like Latin Cali, and honestly, fire. I can't decide which one I like more. So I wouldn't be mad if we get like a blend. I feel like she hasn't really done that. Oh wait, here's the track list. That shit's all in English. Whatever. I'm still excited. She got some singles out. I haven't heard them, but she doesn't miss with singles. So I'm gonna give those a listen after that. After this, I feel like Chance is like secretly a really big Kali Uchis fan.
I like Kali Uchis.
Great, riveting stuff from Chance Morris. Really knocked the
all you had to do
Kali
was
Uchis
confirm or deny it.
expectations
Yeah.
out the park.
Do you have a vinyl? I feel like you have an Isolation vinyl. Do you not? Or you have the other vinyl, right?
I don't.
You have no Kali
I
Uchis
don't.
vinyls?
Nah.
Damn, that's kind of fascinating.
The vinyl is high, man. They ain't gentrified the vinyls. Bitches like $40, $50 now retail. I'm like, I can't do it, man. I'm paying $10 a month for all the music in the world.
Tariffs. All right. Other projects interesting coming out. Sailor dropping her debut album. She's been doing a bunch of EPs. Finally doing the album From Florida with Love.
The EPs just been reciting like the same 4 songs, bro.
Yeah.
Shit is ridiculous.
Adding one single, same song. But she's finally doing a full project, 14 songs this Friday.
Let's see, bro. I'm always skeptical, bro. We'll see what you're capable of. It's hard to break through in the R&B space.
Yeah, I think she's kind of done it though. For like a new artist, she's about as popular as a new R&B artist can get.
Absolutely.
We gonna see, bro. They got real heavy hitters dropping music. They got real sharks in the water. Are you a shark? You gonna see?
Yeah, pretty much. It can't, whatever it is, it can't be safe. If she comes out with some safe shit, I'm good off of it.
I don't think it's gonna be safe. I mean, just looking at the track list, it starts with a Soft Girl Summer, which, yeah, we gotta retire the soft girl thing.
No.
Track 2, Sincerity. Track 3, Girls Girl. Track 4, Bitches Brew.
No.
Track 5, Give Me That Lug Nut is insane.
What? Nah, we might have to end the pod, bro.
I don't know what that means. I don't want to know.
That sounds crazy.
Track 6, Down Bad. 7, Pookie's Requiem. 8, Done Shaving For You. 9, It's the Kisa Masu. What's Kisa Masu chance? Is that a meal?
I don't know. Tiramisu?
That's what I thought it said. Tiramisu.
Right. 10, MSG. 11, Belly. 12, Your Mother's Son. 13, Cut Up. 14, Will You Lie? It's like 5 of these are already out.
We'll see, bro.
Soft Girl Summer intro. That's screaming safe to me. That's all I'm saying.
Girls,
sounds like
girl.
a merchant album. It sounds like a Spotify algorithm album. You know, that's the concern I'm getting. But I hope like it cuts through and it's not a Spotify algorithm album. But we will see. Give Me That Lug Nut is insane though. I might not even listen to that.
And the last project that I'm interested in dropping this week, I think Wednesday, whenever 5/7 is. Mike, Tony Seltzer, Pinball 2. Mike's second project of the year. Pinball last year came out, was pretty hard. It's like Mike on some more aux-friendly material. This one should be cool. New Arrow feature. That's why I'm excited. So
Them niggas love
That's
that
all the music
offbeat
next
rapping,
week.
bro. I heard that. I listened to that nigga Yanya. I'm like, this shit cool, but why you niggas can't just rap on beats? Huh? Y'all just, I'm just like, come on, bro. Niggas sound retarded.
Nigga wants to hear Run DMC flow. First, when I went to the street at night, I went and they saw my bike.
Not what I want to hear, but it's just like, damn, y'all got to do this every song. Y'all just sound like y'all just be rambling.
It's part of it. Sorry, it's like it's all in the Lucky, Chucky. Like Taj definitely set the standard this year. He got a good because that's what I'm seeing on social media. People are starting to group the artists together. I saw somebody say that Chucky sounded like Lucky on one song, and I was like, damn, like Taj damn near created this.
Chucky, Lucky, what the fucky? Lakers in 5.
For 50 million, I go to hell.
For 50 million, I go to hell.
insane foreshadowing. All right.
For 50 million, I go to hell.
Oh, we can wrap it up, man. There's no more label anything to address, right? Everybody's label moves have been covered, correct?
Yeah, we gonna see. You could easily be washed after this week, bro. Pink Panthers better deliver.
You could easily be washed after this week. You
Why
might
is
already
that?
be washed. Who dropped for you? Coco and
Crazy. I
Destiny?
got
Yeah, you
I
already
got
have
two of the
two.
best R&B albums out right now.
You have 2 projects. You got two solid Johns. But you better hope Mariah Summer don't get you out the paint. It might get quiet. Might get very, very quiet.
Summer's the truth, bro.
Oh,
I was
you have
listening
Summer
to
too?
that Over It.
You have Summer
I was
too.
driving. Yeah,
Fuck.
I was driving yesterday,
So
bro.
that's
I was
3
listening to
R&B.
that Over It in this overcast LA weather, and I was just like, bro, she's so special, bro. That Over It is special, bro.
All right. Last words. Unheard on Vance.
This is so crazy, bro. This is the first time we're going to do an Unheard together because I haven't even heard the song. But I saw she drop. So this has to be my Unheard. This is Cold Heart by Nilüfer Yanya.
Following the sun, colors come undone. Gone is what was golden. All I saw was almost perfect, almost all brand new. Whatever is revealed before you, all of them see your virtues. And even if it's just
podcast over, dog.